Hey NailTubers, what is up Nailification Squad? Can you tell the excitement in my voice today? So I'm about to show you why. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? OMG, y'all. It's breathtaking. So let me explain this a little bit. This belonged to my mom, and when she passed away years ago, I brought this home with me because I've always liked this piece so much. So much. It is just stunning. So it's been in my room, and from time to time I would gaze at it just to enjoy how spectacular it is. And you know, it's just been sitting there and of course collecting some dust, as you could see. Well, lately, though I've been quite busy, I've been taking moments in between or time in between to do some purging of the house. So things have been being moved around and I have been getting rid of a lot of stuff, and this definitely ain't one of them. But so I'm cleaning also in the process, like I was saying. And so I get to the point where I'm like, well, I think it's time for me to clean this down. And let me show you what started happening. Look. It's not even together anymore. The pieces have come apart and I had no idea. And you know what? Look at it. It's just like sliding apart on its own at this point. At first I was pretty upset about this, like, oh my gosh. But then I started thinking, well, it shouldn't be a problem putting it back together, right? And when that thought crossed my mind, you know what else I started thinking? I'm gonna put this back together as a Dappen dish. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Because I see, and I'm checking all these pieces to see if there's anything else that's loose. I've seen so many other people, well, maybe not a lot, but I've seen other people with the Dappen dishes that are made of the crystal lotus flower, which this is what that is. And I'm like, I got this right here in the house, so I don't even have to go out and buy one. Isn't that just totally awesome? So yeah, I decided to run and get from my nail area one of my old Dappen dishes from school, and look, it even fits in there perfectly. What more can you ask for? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is even happening right now. So I am just like totally excited about this. So that's what I'm going to be working on. It's going to be a little project. So one of the things that I'm going to have to do is I do need to clean this up first, because that's how I came across this issue in the first place. So I do want to clean this up. And while I'm doing that, we're going to have a little chit chat. And then I also have to kind of do a little research to find out what am I to use to restore this, what type of adhesive to use with this crystal glass. So I'm gonna do research on that as well, and then we're gonna come back together and you'll see all of this take its form as not just a decorative piece anymore, but as something useful in the nail area, and it's gonna be so beautiful. So we'll be right back. One of the first things that I did want to do was I wanted to make sure to clean these pieces down. And at first I thought about cotton balls, but then I didn't want any strands from the cotton ball or any of the fuzziness from the cotton ball to get onto the crystals. So I decided to use something that wasn't going to cause that to happen. And I chose to use a makeup sponge because I don't have anything else to use. This is just straight alcohol. So I'm going to saturate my sponge and take one of the crystals, and I'm just going to clean it down. I did watch a video where a guy had to put the crystals in the, I don't know if it was an oven. It definitely wasn't a conventional looking oven. It was more like a kiln, I think. And yeah, well, of course, I don't have anything like that here. So I'm just using straight alcohol and just kind of cleaning them down. And I'm also hoping while doing this that I notice whether or not the glue that's already on there is loosening up. So let me check for that. So it seems to be loosening up a little bit. I don't really remember him mentioning anything else in his video about what to use to loosen up this glue other than the heat. And I guess I could possibly consider putting it in the oven, maybe. I'm not sure. But either way, I don't want to cause any cracks or breakage, so let me just leave it at cleaning it up for now as I think it through while I'm doing this. So remember I was telling you guys about the deer that would come out behind my house, and it's been a couple of days and I haven't seen them, but they came back this evening, guys. And you know what happened? We had gotten so much snow. I knew that they were out there because my dog started going crazy. And then I glanced out the window and there was one lonely deer by himself, and he was trudging through the snow. But what made it hilarious is I couldn't see his legs. You couldn't see his legs moving beneath him because that's actually how high the snow was, or still is. We got so much snow that you can't see it to the height of the deer's legs. You could only see the top of his body moving across above the snow, and it was such an awkward sight to see. I tried to grab my phone so I could record it, but then he disappeared behind one of the apartment buildings back there. And then moments later, I guess he was like strayed away from his pack. So my dog started going crazy again, which led me to kind of take a glimpse out the window. And sure enough, there was yet another one from probably his pack, and it must have came searching for him, because all I remember seeing after that was the two of the deer ran back towards the forest. Because I don't know, I think I may have mentioned that I live like about not even a quarter mile, barely a quarter mile away from the forest preserve. So I do get all of the animals that drift out from the forest preserve. So yeah, I'm just needing to clean this down a little bit. I am waiting because after I showed you guys that clip out behind my house, I'm waiting for them to come back so that I can record them laying around out there and lounging and just enjoying it, and my dog's going crazy. So I'm thinking soon I might be able to catch that on camera for you. I love nature. That was one of the reasons why I kind of moved to this area, because it wasn't far from the forest preserve. Back before I was having these hip issues that I do have, the forest preserve there has like a 3.6 mile track, and I used to run that, sometimes even 2 times. I was a distance jogger.
2,000 years later.
Okay guys, so I've done what I can to clean it up as best as I could. And then remember I said that I'm going to use this Dappen dish because it fits in there so snugly and perfectly. And what I'm not going to do with the Dappen dish is I am not going to secure it. I'm not going to glue it into place because I do want to be able to remove it and clean it out. Like for instance, if something gets gunked up in the bottom of it, I want to be able to just simply take the Dappen dish out and then put it back in once it's cleaned. So yeah, that's gonna work perfect. And then I just turn it until the sides of the Dappen dish fall right into the opening crevices, or the openings where, you know, the leaves come together, and then it fits perfectly. And then that'll also for now be my guide to where to place the crystals. And guess what? It turns out I really only need to replace 2 crystals. So I'll have these 3 left. And they're so gorgeous. Maybe I could do something with those. When I went to look up what I should use to put these back into place, I was already suspecting that it was going to be some type of a nail-like product, you know, obviously maybe even some type of a super glue. But guess what it turned out to be, guys? Resin. You know what? And I went flying to my nail room to find I actually had some resin from Sally Hansen. I couldn't find it. I could not find it. But that was like maybe about 1.5 years ago. So it's possible that it probably dried out from me not using it. And I could have possibly tossed it. So I didn't find that. But you know what I'm going to go ahead and try? I'm going to try the Makartt glue gel. It's just like a thick resin. No, not much different. And I have my nail lamp here that always stays on this particular table. And that's what we're going to do, guys. So here we go. This should be already open because I've used it once or twice. And I am just going to get some on my pickup stick. This stuff you have to be careful because it's so sticky. I am like so excited. So while I'm doing this, you guys are noticing that I still have on my Makartt Pump Ups, and I am loving these pump ups. I got so many compliments on these nails when I went to the bank, when I went to run errands, and usually when I run errands, my last stop is always at Walmart. There's a guy, the greeter says, "Welcome to Walmart." So I'm just gonna let that fall into place. What I really ended up loving about these nails is the matte finish is staying like the matte that it, you know, in the original matte look, because some matte finishes don't hold its appearance. Hold tight. Let me get the nail lamp on. And I think I'm just gonna let that do this for 120 seconds. I hit the, is it 120? No, I'm sorry, 99 second. I'm thinking that I'm at my other lamp. So I'm just gonna let that cure. So yeah, the nails, the fact that it's maintained that matte finish, I love it. And also, if you notice, there is, and I'm being kind of rough, there is absolutely no lifting. Now, I did lose the 2 roses on this finger, and I lost a teddy bear on the other hand, but that was to my own fault. Look, guys, this is working. I'm literally lifting it by the leaf that I just put in. Doing something rough with my hands. I was literally looking for something in a luggage type bag, and you know how some luggages could have like that heavy duty, real strong metal zipper. And here I am looking for something in this bag. I put both hands in, and you could feel it when you're pulling your hands out. You could feel the tug. So I've had these on for a week exactly now, and I plan to continue keeping these on. I'm expecting to get a 2-week wear out of this. If it's more than that, that would be great. You know something, guys? Oh, let me show you too. So these are the Makartt Pump Ups. They're press-ons, and they were put on with this Makartt nail glue. So I've cured it, like, this is possibly like the 2nd or 3rd time, and I'm loving the way it turned out. OMG. I am so loving the way it's coming out. Oh. Oh. So these were the two pieces, and as you can see, they're in place. Let me move the lamp back. Actually, no, I think it was these two. Yeah, these two. So, and just checking all of them. And yeah, there I have it. I have my Lotus flower dampen dish. Oh, I'm so happy with it. So happy with how it turned out. So this will be part of the acrylic nails tutorials that I'll be doing while at this desk. Because you guys know I mentioned before that I'm not in my nail area while it's cold out. It's too cold down there in the room. And so I'm here, and I'm actually in my bedroom, and I have a little vanity table that I use, and I got a few things on here, a little cutesy and stuff. So this is just adding to the ambiance of the desk. Oh, so beautiful. I don't know if you guys can even see the reflections. Let me just do like a jewelry store shop. Look at the glow. Look. Oh my gosh. I am so happy with this. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you have, give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button for me, guys. I have so much more to come. If I didn't mention it already, I post regularly on Tuesdays and Thursdays and offer random content like this on other days during the week. So don't forget, if you did like this, subscribe to my channel. And when you do, hit that Nailification bell so that you won't miss any more uploads from me. And I am looking so forward to seeing you next time.